In today's video, I want to share with you some of the different styles of knee pads that I have in my personal collection and explain to you which one of the pairs is great for studio practice and a kind of good all-rounder versus some of the other pairs that I have which are for specific purposes. What you'll find with knee pads is that depending on what you really need and what your training looks like, whether you perform, whether you compete, probably like me, you'll end up with more than one pair. So I just want to run through it with you and let you know about some different pairs in my collection. Let's get started. So the first pair that I have here is by a company called Queen. And this pair has a grippy backing, so great for transitioning between tricks on the pole, climbs on the pole, back down to the floor. So if you are rehearsing a piece for stage, or if you take a class which involves tricks flow from the pole and then down to the floor, these are a great all-purpose pair. They also come with padding, which is really quite high density, doesn't seem to squish flat over time. I've had these for quite a while, and it comes in different thicknesses, which I really like. So the standard pair that you will just get delivered has the medium thickness, and then you can add additional pad sets in. So I think they also do thin and thick. The thickness is great for anybody who does quite high impact floor work such as kips and drops. They do have a really informative FAQ section on their website which helps you to size the knee pads before you buy and also advises you on which thickness to go for. I did end up buying the thick pads afterwards. And what I really like as well, if I just show you the inside, is there's not just one pad inside each knee pad. There are three, all in separate pockets. So you have the center pad, which is this one. And then you also have two further pads on the outside. So these knee pads are really, really great for floor work where you're not just coming directly down onto the knee, but you're also then traveling off to the side, because it really helps to protect the outside area kind of around the kneecap too. You don't have to choose a grippy style, obviously. I just like these because it's sort of like the Swiss Army knife of pole knee pads, because it will take you up the pole. You can come down again. So I thought for my sort of studio pair, it's great to have that option and have a little bit of grip. Next, moving into a style of knee pad which is less protective. So whereas the knee pads from Queen, which I just mentioned, are medium to high protection, these next ones from Pole Dancer Car are a lot more low profile, and I don't think the padding is as protective. However, because they are lower profile, whereas the Queen knee pads really sit on top of your knee, these are a lot more streamlined, and they also have a nice detail at the back with this kind of lingerie style mesh, as well as on the inside of each knee, a small grippy panel. So probably not as grippy as the Queen ones, but probably a really, really great choice for stage. So it will just protect your knees enough for the routine. However, I wouldn't suggest having these as your only studio pair because the padding is just quite thin. This is a stage pair, it's not an everyday practice pair. And what I like about these is they come in a really massive range of very neutral colours. So nude, and as far as I know in different skin tones of nude as well, which is great. Black, white, red, I think they do pink as well. So goes really well with a wide variety of outfits for stage. So good choice for competitions and performances. The next is probably my most sort of specialised pair of knee pads, and I bought these because they are great for using in the winter, for example underneath leggings. So let's say I want to film a nice routine video, but it's winter time and I don't really want to get my legs out. These will just fit underneath my leggings, keep my knees nice and protected. They are by a brand called Bunheads, and they're actually ballet knee pads. Not grippy at all, and also very tall. So it's not just that they're not grippy at all. If you want to climb the pole in them, unless you are compensating by shoes or boots that have a lot of grip to them, they're probably going to be a bit of a handicap. So more for lyrical choreography and just, yeah, wearing under cute outfits. So let's say you want to wear a pair of tights, fishnets, leggings, you can pop these underneath and you won't really see them, which I love. The protection is, I would say, again, probably a solid medium with a little bit of a caveat. Whereas the Queen knee pads are just a lot wider, these are not as protective around the kneecap. Okay, so when you wear these and you really twist off to the side moving through floor work, they're probably not as protective. But great for being streamlined. And again, if you were using them for stage, also potentially really, really good. The last pair that I just want to mention are by a brand called Tachikara. I've had these for about 10 years. And I think back in the day I bought them from Cleo the Hurricanes website. And to be honest, even though the padding is not very sophisticated, they are a great all-around knee pad. And if you don't want to spend a lot of money and you don't necessarily want pole-specific knee pads, you can search for volleyball knee pads, which is what this company manufactures, on sites like eBay, Amazon, and you'll be able to find a much, much, much better value pair of knee pads that will be absolutely fine just as you're starting out. If you do want to spend a little bit more, I would recommend starting with the Queen knee pads, and then you can always add to your collection later on. Hopefully this video was helpful for you. Please let me know what you think in the comments below, and let me know if you have any other knee pad recommendations that you'd like to share.